Hello guys, and welcome back to the Fantasy Football series, about maybe a different angle than what you're used to, and that is because we have a different setup now with my new computer. We've got two screens. We're living the luxury life here now. Obviously we've got the nice setup still in the background with my football shirts and all that nonsense behind me. So let's have a look at the team and how the team is looking and how we did last week with our 51 points, but with a -4 because we changed things around. We brought in Enzo Fernandez, which I've been speaking about for a while now. We brought in Walter Maid, we brought in Malik Thiaw, and we brought in Sa. So let's talk about the team as a whole. We've got Petrus getting me 8 points, which is great to see. Gabriel getting me 9 points, which I love to see. Thiaw, new signing, no clean sheet, very disappointing from the off there. And Tarkowski, no clean sheet against Spurs, but Van der Ven on the bench getting 23 points. Oh, great. This is what we love to see. Mint. It's just mint. Spencer getting 3 points, doing nothing in his game, surprisingly, despite Bournemouth continuing to move up the table. Rice getting me 7 points with an assist somehow. Watch that goal and tell me how Rice got that assist. I don't know. He got it though, and I'll take it. Enzo doing nothing for me. Eze getting 11 points for his first goal for Arsenal. I've had the faith in him for a while now, and their faith has paid off finally. And then Walter Maid, not meaning nothing, but Haaland or anything anyway. A lot of people have their faith in Haaland. I didn't this week. I had it in Walter Maid. Everyone was wrong. João Pedro getting 2 points as well. Dubravka only getting 2 points. Sa, new transfer, didn't fancy him this week against Arsenal, so 2 points. Van der Ven though getting a brace and a clean sheet and 3 bonus points, and I think defensive contributions as well. Yeah, he got the defensive contribution 1 point as well. 23 points. The highest pointer of the week, and he sat second on my bench. If we look at the team of the week, Martinez was in goal with 8 points with a clean sheet against City, and Cash with a clean sheet and a goal. Porro with a clean sheet there, Rodham with a clean sheet, and yeah. Cass going in there for United, Fleming with 2 goals, and we've also 2 goals. Aronson in there for Leeds, Tavernier in there, and Eze on there. Eze and Van der Ven have been the only players that I have in my team. Van der Ven been on the bench, really on stuff. Let's look at the team in each game week and each game and have to see where we got from. Bowen getting an assist, and Leeds are doing really well at home, but nothing right now dragging me into going to get him. Talby and Isidore. How many goals has Isidore now got this season? He has 4 goals this season. Really impressive stuff from him. Garnacho gets his first goal for Chelsea in the Premier League. Broby and Traore getting involved in the assists as well. Newcastle's Bruno G and Jacob Murphy, man. Jacob Murphy doing what he does, man. 1 goal, 1 assist so far this year. He keeps that right side locked down, doesn't he? He keeps that right side locked down for himself. United and Brighton finished 4-2, and what a game that was. It was lovely to see. And Buemo scoring twice, Cunha scoring once, finally getting off the mark, and Casemiro getting a goal. Shaw having Casemiro and Šeško being involved in the assists. Šeško is going to get a few assists this year. Obviously he's got 2 goals, 1 assist now, but I feel like them passes into Mbeumo are going to build up for him. Welbeck, back-to-back game week scoring here, 5 goals for the year, Danny Welbeck. Impressive stuff. Doing well for himself. Will he get to double digits? We'll wait and see. How often has he actually ever got into double digits? Last year was the first time he's ever done it. Mate, guys, aging like fine wine here. On to Brentford and Liverpool, where Brentford managed to upset Liverpool, which is lovely to see. Kirkes getting his first goal for Liverpool, and Salah getting his usual consolation goal. That means nothing, but this time it was in a loss, so it's good to see. Dango, Shard and Thiago scoring. Thiago, once again, more goals this year. 6 goals now for Brentford this year. Doing really well, and I'm eyeing him up for that João Pedro spot there. Could get push him out. Shard getting another goal as well. I think he scored against United and Liverpool, and he got an assist against West Ham last week. 2 goals, 2 assists for the year. Maybe coming good for himself, but he is maybe a bit too much for what he does actually do. Wataru Dango with a goal and an assist. How much is he? He's only like 6 million. 6 million for Wataru Dango. But that was only the second time he's been involved in goals this year. He looked like he was going to do something in that Villa game, but nothing. Arsenal and Crystal Palace. Eze getting his first goal. As I said, Rice, another set piece play. That's why he's in the team. I know he's getting set piece plays. Gabriel and Eze both getting 3 bonus points, and Rice getting 1 as well. We love to see it. Offering my Arsenal players paying off in that game. Cash, Buendia getting the assist, but Buendia going off early in the game. Actually not playing the full game. City off the mark. Bournemouth beating Forest, and Krupi Jr. for 4.5 mil is another one that I'll be looking at. 4 goals now for the year. He's got 3 goals in his last 2 games. But City and Villa on the horizon maybe means, do you want to look at him too much right now? 2 tough games, but then West Ham, Sunderland, Everton, Chelsea after that. Games where he can capitalise and do something. Burnley as well in there. I mean, he's got a nice run in December where it might be worth getting him in. The next Mbappe, they're calling him. Wolves and Burnley. My God, Wolves are poor. A Strand Larsen penalty. But Burnley win the game. It just makes me want to invest in neither of them because I don't trust them to stay up. Spurs, though, with a 3-0 win. Pedro Porro getting assist from a corner there. Van der Ven, obviously, with 2 goals. That's why I've added Van der Ven in the team. You get that goal against PSG at the start of the season. I thought, oh, you know what? He's going to be a threat this year. And he has been a threat when he's been on my bench. Just great. It's great to see. It's great to see. If we look at how my team is looking for next week, right now, Van der Ven might make his way back into the team, honestly. Just the way Chelsea have been playing. Yeah, for now, whilst we're seeing Alderte still injured, we can still put Van der Ven in. Dubravka against Arsenal, I feel like has a better chance of getting more saves and stuff like that than Petrovic against City. I mean, Petrovic against City could do some damage. You know, Bournemouth have been strong defensively this year. I might change that around because we know Arsenal winning games. But Burnley going that low block, that low block is tough to break down. We saw Liverpool really struggling against it, but Liverpool's even struggling with a few things this year, aren't they now? Gabriel against Burnley, though, we're hoping for a clean sheet in that game for both sides there. Malik Thiaw against West Ham. West Ham have been poor. Newcastle being okay defensively. Malik Thiaw hopefully gets some off of that. Semenyo against City. Obviously not a lot of faith into that either. Rice against Burnley, which is alright, I guess. Enzo against Tottenham. Either way, I think it's the kind of game where he would get involved. Voltemade against West Ham as well. Harnley against Bournemouth. Eze against Burnley. And Sarr against Brentford. It's a very up and down team this week. It really is very up and down of where I'd be looking to even make a change to this team. Could potentially be a free hit week. I'll look at the future advances of it, but like it's hard to pick out where things will go right this week. In general, I think if you're looking at the fixtures, I think you're going to look at Brighton against Leeds there and see Brighton might be able to do something. I think you can look at Burnley and Arsenal and say, listen, it's going to be a clean sheet for Arsenal in this game. I do imagine Crystal Palace and Brentford, I imagine Mateta's going to have a good game potentially there. Fulham and Wolves, wouldn't want to touch. Forest and United, wouldn't really want to touch just yet. Spurs and Chelsea, wouldn't want to touch right now. Liverpool and Villa, once again, how both teams are playing, wouldn't really want to touch right now. West Ham and Newcastle. See, if these fixtures were in reverse, I'd kind of know who I'm backing here, but yeah, maybe it's one of them weeks where you've kind of got to have a bit of a random assortment of players and, you know, hope something happens, hope something hits the dartboard and goes, right, we've got some points on the board, I guess. In terms of transfers this week, obviously I have to talk about João Pedro, really getting on my nerves now. No goal involvements since game week 4. That is really poor. Yeah, I'll be looking at getting out my team sometime soon. Obviously, I spoke about some potentials. You know, obviously, Mateta's in there. Look at Igor Thiago. I'd be looking at potentially Krupi, but once again, none of them are good games this week. Mateta having the best game there, but he's a bit more expensive, whilst Igor Thiago and Krupi have tougher games, but they are cheaper. So maybe it's another week where if I'm not starting him, there's no point making a transfer. Let me roll the transfer on. We'll see if the injuries affecting the teams and stuff like that. Yeah, there's no point in making the transfer and running onto it now. And we've got players in them games already and already investments inside of those games that we're talking about. Any other transfer that I'd be tempted by if we go to the transfer page? It's easy to talk about this. And obviously, Alderte, 4 million. I'm not too bothered about getting rid of him right now. Tarkowski, potentially, but we know he is good getting defensive contribution points. He's got 36 points so far this year. He's doing me alright, but 5.5 mil, maybe it is a bit too much. Rice, I'm happy with Rice, obviously. I'm happy with Semenyo, I'm happy with Eze now that he's finally coming good. Sarr, yeah, Enzo is one of them where it's a random assortment player where not many people have him, I don't think. 14.9, actually, a lot of people have him more than I thought. Voltemade, a lot of people are getting him in now as well. Maybe I'm just following the curve. Maybe I think I've got these opinions, but they mean nothing. I've got 2.2 million in the bank as well. So getting rid of João Pedro for Krupi would put a lot in my bank and potentially do something crazy with my team. Maybe change that Eze to a Saka, which would be a bit juicy. Or bring in like an Embuemo to the team. I said I'm okay sitting up like this game week doesn't feel like a massive game week for anyone. I didn't save my team. Let's go back to putting Van der Ven back in that team and saving it. I said this game week doesn't feel like a game week where it's going to be hitting on anyone's heads, and there's no one that I really want to back fully this game week. It's going to be a difficult one to go through. It's one of them games where you just got to go through it. And that is going to be the video, guys. If you like the video, please leave a like, see more, subscribe, and hopefully I do catch you on the next one, which will be my Premier League preview for the game week 10, which we're going into, and it's going to be an exciting game week. Yeah, thank you guys for watching.